check it out, the Nothing phone this time. I got a hold of the Nothing Phone 3A, which is the cool phone following the Nothing Phone 2A. And with that, you know, I was interested actually about the performance of this phone and also interested about the Glyph because everyone talks about it. And let's be honest, the Glyph, it's an extremely cool thing, and I think that's what they did. They tested some of the features with the CMF Phone 2 Pro, they see what the users have liked, and then they tested obviously stuff with their Nothing Phone 3A, and then they're releasing their flagship, which is Nothing Phone 3. But today I'm going to review the Nothing Phone 3A, and I'm going to grab a look, what is this about? Let's obviously open it, you know. Inside, Nothing Phone. Oh, we'll check it out in a second. But what else isn't actually in the box, you know? We have the USB-C to USB-C, which is decent. And we probably have the small pin, which, oh, it's slightly different than the CMF Phone 2 Pro, because it is actually like a tiny one. Come on, that's what you want to see, right? This one. It looks very decent, honestly. So what I like is definitely I can feel the plastic at the front, and I can see that this kind of a special thingy here, you know, which is this interface, it's actually covered by some glass, and sorry, I think it's actually plastic as well. So that's alright. I like that the industrial style of the Nothing Phone 3A is definitely, I think, better than the CMF Phone 2 Pro, but I think, you know, I don't think I would like the back. I'm kind of worried that this will scratch a lot, and I kind of wonder how the performance will be. Alright, let's talk some specs. So we have a 50 megapixel main camera, we have the 50 megapixel wide camera, and the 8 megapixel ultra wide camera, with the front having 32 megapixel. And I think this is cool because for so many of the people which are, you know, doing some social media, we're often using the front camera, and having the front camera, you know, of such a quality which also records 4K, I think it's a must-have right now. So I have a feeling that in the Nothing Phone 3 they might even bring something kind of better. That's kind of my feeling. With the kind of a processing of the camera, there is a True Lens Engine 3, which is actually the advanced camera software powered by the AI. It also comes with the 30x ultra zoom with that 50mm telephoto zoom. So, you know, this is a pretty decent thing. So when it comes to the processor of this phone, it's running the Snapdragon 7S Gen 3, which yeah, it's pretty decent processor for, you know, the spec which, you know, this phone is having. I think it has an 8-core CPU and up to 2.5 gigahertz, so that's pretty cool. It also comes with up to 20 gig RAM booster, which is decent thing, especially that, you know, the phone kind of like normally comes as a 12 gig standard. When it comes to the storage, it has either 128 or 256 storage option, which I think is pretty decent. Like, probably with their flagship coming with the Nothing Phone 3, they're going to introduce the 512 or maybe even terabyte, we'll see. They did something already interesting with the CMF Phone 2 Pro, where they introduced the expandable memory. So we'll see how it works. It has a 5000 mAh battery, which I think should be a standard right now. Let's be honest, like less than 5000 mAh with current usage of, you know, Instagram, YouTube, so many of the video streaming and games. If you actually want the phone to last whole day, I think 5000 mAh is kind of the must. But well, I'm very kind of surprised and positively surprised by it. They state that it can last up to 26 hours of, I think, YouTube or video watching, which I think decent. When it comes to the screen, we have a 6.77-inch AMOLED display, 3000 nits with the 120 Hz refresh rate, which I think it's a great standard. I have a feeling that they might go even higher refresh rate on their main phone, but I think this, for this price rate, is just pretty amazing. Like, I am actually positively surprised by it. With kind of a normal features, it comes with the fingerprint sensor, on-screen fingerprints, face kind of ID for the face tracking and face unlocking. It has the 5G and NFC, which, you know, it's probably a decent standard right now for majority of the phones right now. One of the positive things about this phone, it comes with a pre-applied screen protector. That's cool. Like, this is something which I always forget and I often don't put on, and I think this is something which I very much like. For example, something which I'm missing in the box is obviously the case. Like, that's something which I very much like with the CMF Phone 2 Pro, and I do like when, you know, a company actually provides that, because I often forget that. And yeah, this is something which, you know, I'll probably have to buy it. And yeah, it is something which I would probably add, but it's pretty cool. One of the things, obviously the main thing about this phone, which is making it totally unique from all the other phones out there, is the Glyph interface. So the Glyph interface is right here, is those three kind of lights, which allows you to set the timer, set some basic notification, so you can actually see the timer kind of going down if you set it. It is pretty decent, and it's, I think, built for, you know, our modern world when, you know, we have some notifications but we don't want to look at our phone all the time. Let's turn this on. So, because one of the functions which is very cool about this Nothing phone is this essential space. So the Nothing phone actually runs their own Nothing OS, and with the Nothing OS, they have some special functions and the essential space as well. So let me check it out. Okay, so with the essential space, this is actually, you probably see that you have actually two buttons on the side, which is one for the kind of wake screen and the second one for the essential space. While on the other side, you have the volume up and down, right? So now look at this. If I actually press this essential space once, this will actually take a screenshot, and I'll actually add it, I can add some notes to it, etc. If I hold it, I can record a voice message or a voice note in a way, and this will add it to that essential space, and at the same time it will make a transcription of it, which I have a feeling in the future probably their AI kind of interface, because that's what they're working on, will be able to make some kind of a notes, to-dos from it. So for example, that I need to pick up some milk, please remind me that I need to do some shopping tomorrow, etc. So now, if we want to access the essential space, it's also very easy, just double tap and boom, we're in the essential space, and they're actually, you know, saying to unlock their access program, and I'm not going to do that right now, I'm going to do it later, but as you can see, it immediately analyzing the voice notes, and it will soon provide me with transcription. And this is an essential space, so it will have all the screenshots, like whatever stuff kind of you want to remember, organize, just you can put it there. And I think that's cool, because lately we're overwhelmed by the information. Like, you get so many different links, Instagrams and stuff like that, and it's actually hard to just put everything in one place. Some of us have the gallery with, you know, some screenshots, some of us have voice notes, and to have a place to, you know, organize your mind, and as they call it, essential space, that is very interesting. I like the approach, because let's be honest, all the phones now can do almost everything, right? You can take voice notes, video notes, record, some of them transcribe, but actually, you know, build that into the interface and, you know, put that into one space as a main thing of the phone. That's an interesting approach. I do very much like it. And, you know, with Nothing OS, which is running on the Android 15, we probably will see more AI things kind of coming to that phone. Right now, I can see that, you know, there is a lot of things which are kind of basic, and it's nice, it's designed, it's pretty slick. You know, I can see that, you know, it is kind of their own kind of widget, etc. It is cool. I very much enjoy kind of the overall feeling of it. I can see that it also has the volume indicator, so I can use the volume indicator of that phone. So I assume that, you know, if I put the phone down and I kind of put the... Okay, so on the lock screen it doesn't really work. Here, here it works, look. So I can, this is nice, look. So I'm controlling the volume of the Glyph, right? So I'm controlling the volume and it displays on the Glyph as well. That is decent. That is actually a pretty cool thing, you know? So, my overall feeling of the phone, I think it's very nice. I think it's a very well built phone. And the last thing is obviously the price. This phone costs £320. So for the quality and the spec we're getting, I think it's an absolute bargain. Like 128 gig, it's the £320 version, and 256 gig, it's for £350. That is very nice. Like, that is very affordable. And I think, you know, if someone is using for a tech for, you know, less than 400 bucks, for like, you know, less than 400 pounds as well, this is definitely the phone. I would prefer probably to buy that than buy a used phone or something from other brands. I think it's decent. I'm actually very thankful to one of my friends who actually have bought it. I actually convinced him to buy it because he was looking for a mid-range phone, something good on a budget, I would say. And as a favor, he allowed me to do an unboxing for you guys. So this is very decent. I very much like it. That probably might be one of my phones in the future, but I'm also looking forward to the Nothing Phone 3. What do you think? Is the Glyph, you know, worth the hassle? Would you buy this phone, or are you actually the person who is waiting for that Nothing Phone 3? Let me know. And remember, if you like my videos, just like and subscribe so you're up to date with everything what's going on in the MadTechTalk.
MadTechTalk, tech so fly, breaking down gear, let's amplify. Sub like, don't miss a thing. Tech reviews with a little bling. We out for now, but stay tuned. More fire tech is dropping soon.